Welcome, everybody, to the laboratory. I am your host, the Mav Hatter. Today we have a special session. This is a prologue to our characters in the No Mage's Land Modular Unlimited story. So, we're going to take ourselves through a few short stories today, each centering on a different character in our group. Each of the other players that are here today are going to take on the role of a supporting cast member to that short story. Now, basically, when it comes to dice rolls for the supporting characters, I'm going to give you all a list of keywords. There's 4 of them. You guys will need to note these down, probably type them into a Word document or write them or something, or just ask me what they are whenever you need them. But basically, if one of your keywords fits the situation, that's +5. If 2 or more keywords fit the situation, that's +10. And this is your normal 2d10 rolls. Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody with me on that?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So our first short story follows Pad in his time in the Dominator's training program. Benny, as a supporting cast member for this story, you are Freldon Humfingle, a small curse breaker in training for the Dominators. You have a knack for speed and invisibility, yet you are also timid. Your keywords are timid, curses, speed, and invisibility. Let me know if I need to repeat those. Or any of them.
Timid, curses, speed, invisibility,
Yep, that's the one.
and
Or-
Freldon.
Freldon, yep.
Got it.
Noel, as a supporting cast.
Could
Go ahead.
you write it down? I will not remember literally any part of this. Like, just send it to me in written form.
All right, I'm still going to read it, though.
Yeah, I want it read out loud. Just send it to me as well, because I'm not going to be able to write it as you say it, and I will forget. Thank you.
Noel, as a supporting cast, you are Trinala Vincer, a brash kineticist in training. She is ambitious. She is an ambitious cadet who is also a capable saboteur. Your keywords are brash, excellence, kinetics, and sabotage.
Okay.
Funny thing is, I did have some prepared for Tobias. I wasn't 100% sure if he was not going to be able to make it, but just in case, I did have some prepared for him. Now, Pad, obviously you're playing yourself, or your own character, so you're going to be using your character sheet when it comes to die rolls. So we set the scene. Inside of a classroom, Training Corporal Histinger stands in front of the trio of recruits. He holds his spell implement up, casting an illusion of a demolished building with a subterranean complex. This is your first official test, maggots. This is an urban infiltration assessment. We're dropping you off at a secure site where you are going to get in and find one of these. He's holding up an egg made of porcelain in his non-casting hand. Once you have this in hand, your job is to get it out, unscathed. In your way, we've got several other training corporals as well as some of the other cadets. This is part of their assessment. You are in competition. Any questions?
Sir, no, sir.
I don't care if you have any questions. You have 10 minutes to meet me at the deployment vehicle. And he storms out of the room, leaving the 3 of you alone in the training room.
God, I wish he wasn't so hard on us. He knows we can do it.
Well, we just have to kick their ass.
Does he know we can do it? Because I don't know we can do it. I mean, those guys look pretty tough.
You've seen the training scores. We're the best of the best. We're gonna be setting the new scores.
This don't stand a chance. That was us.
All right. Well, we got this then. Let's go.
Alright. So the crew files out. Sure enough, the training corporal awaits in the old Model 8 car. The length, you guys pile in, and he's the way this works for the training corporal is he is in charge of your 3 specific training. Several of the other training corporals are assigned to specific teams, but Histinger is in charge of y'all. Now, the length of this drive seems absurd. You would reason to guess about an hour for some reason. But it is the first time you have been outside of the training compound in months. The silence is tense as the bumpy road creates momentary noise. Now, me, I would, as the narrator, I'd be curious if any of these 3 characters would break the silence or if they would just sit there staring out the window. What are we kind of thinking here?
So, Pad is kind of fidgeting with the dice on his glove, kind of like a fidget toy. Absolutely locked in, just trying to picture every scenario ahead of time, feeling more and more confident that everything's gonna go okay.
I feel like Frelden might be a nervous talker, but he also knows not to make small talk in this company because the sergeant doesn't seem to be too enthusiastic about it. So he's just kind of anxiously kind of rocking in his seat and wishing somebody else would start a conversation so he could join in.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. How about our other character, Trinala?
Fernella, that's how you pronounce it. I've been staring at that, like, how do you pronounce that? She is kind of staring out the window, like, very cockily. Like, she has a little smirk, but she's not gonna talk. She's going over things, and she's fully assured that they're gonna win. She's still going over the plan. Gotta make sure we have that. Or multiple plans. Because we don't know what we're up against quite yet, but...
Not quite yet.
You
know. Yeah. Team makes it. Well, I should say, before too long, our team pulls up. Training Corporal Histinger stops the vehicle, turns it off. All right, you're 3 clicks away from the target. You better get a move on. He points down the road, and you can see a giant pile of rubble, effectively, that matches the illusion that he had summoned previously.
Three clicks, sir?
Yes, 3 clicks.
Pad's a little puzzled. We never had to travel any sort of distance before. 3 clicks is kind of a major change. But he feels they know our team is the best. They're just trying to make it more challenging. It's all right.
Well, don't tell me you want them to see you coming. Model 8 stand out in a crowd around here.
No, sir.
Well, get a move on.
With a quick salute, Pad turns and takes off.
Just like running?
Stealthily.
Stealthily?
Like faster than a walk, but not like a full sprint.
Okay.
You know how in, like, some video games, I'm thinking Persona 5 specifically, when you enter, like, a stealth area from, like, a somewhat of a distance, you zoom there, like, and then from a hiding place to hiding place, you kind of just, like, there's a lines as it whoosh over there, basically. You know what I'm trying to describe?
For sure. Yeah. You guys can make it pretty quickly.
That is what Trilena, or however you pronounce her name again, is. That's what she's doing. Or what she looks like.
The neat thing here, in my mind, for Trinala is her ability with kinetic magic. So because you have kind of the ability to amplify your own momentum, you could be like jumping and skipping, enhanced by your own spellcasting.
That's basically what she's doing. It looks like when in Persona 5 when you're zooming to different hiding spots, it seems like you move over there insanely fast, like you can't even see your body, it sort of blurs.
Mhm.
That sort of thing. That's what I'm imagining with her quickly hiding in different places as she moves forward.
Is
Did
it
you
a
say
race?
Persona 5?
What?
Did you say Persona 5?
Persona with a P.
Persona.
My mistake. It's like, wait, this game exists and there's 5.
There's 5 furry games. Now, Persona.
There probably are.
I'm curious.
Sorry.
Is this a race? Since you guys are all moving quickly.
Now I'm trying to stay in line with the other two,
Okay.
or at least
Yeah.
Pad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up.
We need to stay together. We are a team after all, but we need to get a better vantage point, get away from the car where we'd be spotted or caught immediately.
You know how when you play like we'll say like a co-op PvP situation where you've played enough times with the same people, you kind of get a feel for what they're gonna do.
Mhm.
So I suspect that I'm kind of mixing my quick positioning with quiet steps to create that same kind of effect, and they're just following in line with what I'm doing, using their own enhancements.
So we would imagine that Pad is the squad leader, so to speak. Not that we've established that canonically yet, but we can establish that now.
Not
I mean, this is his backstory.
Yeah.
Let's say not necessarily like squad leader, but
We all have our own specialties, so I don't think there would be a leader per se.
more like a hand of trust.
Okay.
I feel like maybe not the official leader, but definitely someone we listen to.
Makes sense.
I think we all listen to each other equally.
Okay.
Yes, but maybe more the person who, not the official leader, but the person who, when it comes time to make a decision, kind of we looked at this person.
I'm with it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So as you approach, as you get closer to this dilapidated, destroyed, demolished building, there are very clearly some of the training corporals that you recognize, and also what looks like dummies, like training dummies.
Are they moving? Or are they on like tracks or magically moving around to make it look like there's more? Like, I imagine that's why the dummies are there, to make it seem like there's more people than there are.
They are moving, and the speed and angle that they seem to be going on appears as though they're on tracks.
Sounds fun. Would be a shame if several of them decided to randomly run into each other.
It would be a shame if there were a saboteur.
Would be a real shame. Anyway, how do I do that? Well, I need to figure out how to get there, make sure I'm not caught, all those things.
Yeah.
Watch everyone's movements, both training dummy and corporal and everyone else that is an enemy down there. Figure out the best way and timing to do this.
Absolutely. And we as a team can make that happen. How are we analyzing the situation? Like, are we communicating with each other? We're going separate ways. Are we trying to get a better vantage points?
Well, I'm informing. Of course, I feel like the other two should be in on the plan. So I think it'll be easier to move once the sabotage distraction happens.
All right, so this one's kind of on me. I would say once we reach the building and see signs of life and movement, there's going to be a couple of hand motions, spread out, observe. And I'm going to say I'm sorry, I don't remember Benny's character's name.
Eldon.
Freldon?
Yes, correct.
All right, so I would, Freldon would take off to the left. Triana would take off to the right. I'm going to try to get everything I can scoped right in the middle. After approximately 5 minutes or so, we gather back together, tell each other what we've seen so far. With that being said, did we see anything like any of the other classmates or
You haven't
like,
seen you haven't seen classmates yet. It seems like only the training corporals are posted on the outside.
I want to make as many of them crash into each other as possible, and if I can make them crash into the training corporals at the same time, that would be great.
Sure.
All right, so we're gonna go with Triana's plan, but what with a little bit of a tweak, like, hey, we should set that up in a way where it hits one side specifically while we sneak into another.
Yeah.
But I love the sabotage. Let's do it.
Fantastic. So, are the other two assisting with getting Trinala into place?
Absolutely.
And
I think I'm going to go invisible and kind of scout ahead. Just
absolutely that works. And which we're scouting ahead. We're invisible. We're doing this quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2d10 plus 10. You hit at least a 16, which should be pretty easy for you. That'll work.
2d10 plus 10, so I got 21.
Perfect. Yeah, the invisibility, the scouting ahead. It's really easy for Freldon to kind of outline the pathway for Trinala to get into place, where she has the opportunity to sabotage these training dummies.
I want to use some of my kineticist magic if possible, and it's part of it.
Sure.
Because they are moving, so that
Yeah.
like I'm disrupting their movement and making them do what I want.
Exactly. Perfect.
What's the stat for that?
For the sabotage?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got it's one of her keywords is sabotage.
Oh, right. But as an actual character, my helping hand, so to speak, would be based off a core stat.
Oh yeah. Well, however, whatever core stat you're using to help. Are you using logic to think about it? Or are you using charisma to sort of like emphasize certain points? Courage. You tell me.
All right, so let me look this word up because I'm not smart. Okay, perfect. So what I would like to use, I noticed that the magic itself is starting to shift the air around. So I want to use subtlety to try to curve and minimize any, like, just in case they have magic sense or something, just kind of, help weave her magic in the most subtle way possible.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your dice, Noel.
How
With that
how
plus
do
10?
I roll with the plus 10 with sabotage and kinetics?
Yeah. So 2d10 plus 10. Fantastic.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
So several
Please let
times
there be
over.
an explosion.
Yeah, there's you've got all these different training dummies, amplified momentum on a collision course with themselves, with each other, and with the training corporals. An explosion, dust kicked up everywhere, masking your entry into the subterranean complex. Easily get it past.
There's so much dust that, well, obviously they're not going to be looking at us, but also there's dust we can hide in now.
Absolutely. So we make our
And
way.
goes for a quick high five and
Yep.
waves in. Let's go.
All right. So
Onward.
unfortunately, as you make your way down the staircase, your feet are held in place by something you can't see. One
Can I
at a
jump
time.
out of the way when I start feeling it happen?
You jump out of the way and it locks you in the air.
Well, I will. I guess I'm sort of on the wall now. With I was imagining trying to jump up, parkour up the wall a little to get off the floor.
Luckily, it's
You said
just
my
your feet.
talents.
Go
You
ahead.
said my talents were invisibility and what else?
Curses, timidity, and speed.
Oh, that's right. So, am I able to determine if whatever this is some kind of curse?
I'll give you that to you for free. You can definitely tell this was a curse placed on the entryway.
Okay, and then do I have any sense of how to break it?
Yeah, that's your. You're able to roll for that curse breaking.
So,
This is your
what is that?
character. Freldon's specialty is curses and curse breaking.
Okay. So, would I be rolling with +5 then? 2d10?
Yeah, +5.
Okay, so 2d10 plus 5, 14 total.
It's not quite enough. As you're building up that curse breaking energy, you make it part of the way. Like one of your feet
Energy, huh?
is free, but not both.
Hmm.
You can definitely hear the noises from behind you as the training corporals are gathering a sense of what's happening.
Would
We need
I?
to move fast,
Yeah.
please.
Can I assist
Yeah, you can definitely
with?
assist.
Well, I'm going based off the words you used. Energy.
Mhm.
I am filled with energy. Can I? All right. So what I'm picturing is obviously there's like an ethereal hold,
Mhm.
and then I can see the spot where crap, Freldon
Freldon.
built like his curse break, and it wasn't quite strong enough. So I want to arc energy into it because I can see it starting to weaken.
Sure. Freldon's getting supercharged. That is only supposed to be 1d10, by the way.
Okay.
Even with the 4 there and the +3.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, at first, Freldon's curse breaking magic only gets him out part of the way. But Pad, trying to think on his feet, supercharges him with some lightning. At first, it seems like from the outside, it looks like you're literally just shocking your friend. But because of this camaraderie, because of this teamwork ability that you all have, Freldon's able to redirect that lightning into his curse breaking magic. Shatters the invisible shackles from both of his feet, then to Pads, and then Trinala's, who then, comes down to the ground.
And immediately ducks as far down the stairs further into a hiding place.
As we need to move. Whoever said that knows.
I feel like Freldon is standing there with his hair smoking, like, yeah, let me just pencil on some features here. He's like drawing eyebrows on himself.
Hell yeah.
Can I rewind and say that I grabbed both of them by the collar and dragged them down the stairs?
Dragging them? I mean, that's up to them if they want to play along.
Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds funny.
So Trinala's got the other two by the collar, dragging them down the stairs. Hallway opens up wider. You do notice, as you're coming up on this next chamber, the subterranean chamber, you are finding more training corporals, but now you're actually finding the other students ready with their wands at the entryway. But you also notice a couple of halls to the left and right. It doesn't matter which one. They're identical. It's symmetrical. But you can take the brash forward path, or you can take the sneaky side path to try and get around.
Not even asking. I'm already sneaking around.
Yeah. Bossman said we need to get in and out. No. As much fun as we need to take down a couple of classmates, we probably shouldn't.
That would be fun. And brash is one of my keywords.
It is one of your keywords. This is true. But
man, it would be fun to, use my kineticist to knock some of people's heads in, or against each other, or whatever. But I'm gonna follow the team.
All right, sounds good. We're leaving the brash keyword behind. Yeah. So Freldon, as kind of the invisibility expert, you can roll your invisibility roll.
Is it?
That's 2d10 plus 5, unless you want to argue for one of your other keywords to be used as well.
Yeah, we'll go with 2d10 plus 5. I am rolling awfully today. 12.
Okay, so we get a bit of clinking. You're invisible, yes. However, you're making noise, which is drawing their attention. Hey, what's that? What's that over there? You can hear these shouts from the other room.
We're gonna pick him up with my quiet steps.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. 24 will definitely do it. So as this,
You need new shoes, man.
as you guys pick up your pace, as you're having this very quiet conversation, it does seem that this chamber, about half of them come to where that sound was being made, which actually does help you find a way around with fewer eyes on the chamber that you're trying to get through. You're able to
Where
get...
is we now?
What's that?
Nothing. You were silent for a long time, so I asked where we were.
Oh, did you guys not hear anything I just said?
I did.
You...
I heard you.
Well, I heard most of it, but then you were silent for a long time after your sentence ended.
What's the last thing you heard, Noel?
That we had more room to navigate in the chamber we're trying to get through, or something like that.
Yeah, it's about the sum of it. So yeah, you're able to get past that chamber, and into a room with a couple more training dummies. There's a bit of a shimmer to these ones. beyond the 2 training dummies, you can also see 3 other classmates. They seem to be at the ready.
Man, bashing their heads together would be so fun. But no, waiting. The training dummies are current concerning.
Did you
Why
say
are they
they're
shimmering?
standing at the ready? Are they standing close to each other? How are they lined up?
Yes. They are 1, 2, 3 in a line, hanging over what appears to be like a concrete girder.
Hanging so they can swing?
Like their arms are, so you've got a concrete girder. It's on the floor, stacked up to about, we'll say, chest height. They have their elbows rested with their spell implements pointed at the entryway. They haven't spotted you yet.
Since I'm invisible, tell me if this makes any sense or would work, but what I'm thinking is I sneak in, walk around behind them, basically slap the middle one on the side of the head so he thinks that the one to his right did it, and try to start a thing between them to create a distraction for the others to get by.
Yeah, I'm with it. Go for
I'm
it.
not. Pad's gonna put his hand up against Froden's chest, be like, hold on. And he's gonna pull out a trinket. It's just, like lipstick, or not lipstick, sorry, chapstick that he just keeps on him. Make this invisible.
Okay, that happens.
That happens. Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna throw it into the room to see if that shimmer is so that they can see invisibility.
Hmm.
Yeah, as the chapstick flies through the air, it's exactly what you expected. The invisibility on the chapstick completely disappears. And as a reaction, you see all of your classmates just blasting away at this chapstick.
I would like to. I want to make them blast each other. That would be funny. How to do that?
How to do that?
What's the range on my invisibility?
As
In other
in,
words,
like,
from how far away could I make something invisible?
I was thinking touch, but do you have something else in mind?
Well, I was thinking if I made one of their weapons invisible, it would greatly confuse their situation.
Tell you what, if you can roll, and this hasn't been proven yet, but if you can roll over a 20 with that D10, sorry, 2D10 plus 5, that ends up over a 20, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, because it uses invisibility. Okay. Not quite.
Not quite. All right, their weapons are not invisible.
Okay.
I want to run around the edge of. Well, actually, how far does the shimmering from the training dummies go? Does it stretch all the way to the edges of the room?
Can you tell that?
You do another test like that.
I think just for the sake of expediency, yeah, you can tell that it only connects between the 2 training dummies. There's a barrier, so to speak.
So the edges of the room are free from it.
All right.
The edges of
So
the
I
room are free.
think
I would like to be made invisible. Can I be made invisible?
So I'm going to. We'll have Benny roll his invisibility, unless you want to roll for something you're doing here. What?
I'm
Yeah.
going to.
What's gonna
I'm
happen
going to
with
be
the
using
invisibility?
kineticist to run. My plan is to basically use kineticist to get to the other side and then sort of ram them into each other.
Okay.
Right,
It's
Roll
just
rolling
easier to get to the
invisibility.
other side or get close enough with if I have invisibility.
Okay, I finally rolled decently. That's a 21 for her to be invisible.
All right. Yeah. So you are plenty invisible. Like the no evidence of you moving. Gets you to the other side of the room, around the training dummies.
I say this is a rather brash thing to do.
Sure.
So that has 2 of them. 2d10 plus 10.
Yeah.
Good thing I had the plus 10.
Right. So what is it exactly we're doing?
I want to basically ram them into each other, knock them out if possible.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 of them with that roll. I'll let you knock out 2 of them, leaving 1 kind of in the reaction mode. And pad.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving. I'm running, like I'm pushing them with while I'm continuing to move. I'm not staying put. That was so just in case of that exact scenario.
Fair. Pad, how are you handling this third guy?
Is he the last guy?
Well, the last guy in this room, and you would venture to guess that this is the last room.
Alright. I think I'm gonna try to just walk in with my hands up and be like, you already lost this. I'm gonna go for convince.
Okay.
Oh God.
He's not convinced. He's not convinced.
Can I try to help?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
1d10. And how are you helping? Because it might be like another +5, I would say.
This is God. Do what the man says.
That got you. You get the 7. I don't know if that fits any of your keywords there, but the 7 will do it.
The only thing that might possibly do it is the reason why I was trying the "This is God" routine is because since I'm currently invisible, it's a disembodied voice, so invisibility is relevant here.
Okay, I get it.
So I think it's 12.
Yeah, so you got your 10 plus your 12. That is enough to convince the last guy. He's hearing things, and he throws his hands up. Yep, you got it. And
Can I tie him now?
What's that?
I'm gonna tie him up. I'm gonna tie him up.
Yeah, you
So
got
he
it.
can't stop us. And gag
Alright.
him so he can't alert anyone else and throw him into a corner.
Fair.
So he's not immediately spotted.
So just to reiterate, this guy's getting woman handled by an invisible force.
Yep.
Fair. That is what's happening. And sure enough, the porcelain egg is on the other room, in the next room. And your team is the capable team that it is, able to get it out. We know that's going to happen. We are going to move on. We are going to move on to the next story, because this ends on a victory.
Our team poor classmate who ended up completely tied up. And then left for who knows what.
Yeah, I don't think he's making it through the academy. I think that's going to be a traumatic moment for him.
God yelled at him and then tied him up because I imagine he probably thinks it's the same thing. Same for us.
Yeah. Now, our second story begins with Pandora at a gala celebrating a new official partnership between the Hivenecks and Volrock families. Benny?
Oh, Gullas.
Oh, galas. Benny, you star in this story as Timolt Volrock, a young heir of the Volrock fortune with a rebellious streak. You are suave and manipulative, but you are also skilled with light magic, as in, like, photons, light. Your keywords are suave, manipulation, wealth, and light magic.
Got it.
Pad, you star as Sturm Telson, a bodyguard assigned by Glissa Hivenecks, Pandora's mother, to keep watch over Pandora. Unlike your predecessors, you don't convey everything that Pandora does to her mother, and you've proven helpful and capable to Pandora on her behalf. For this reason, Pandora doesn't mind keeping you around. Your keywords are for now.
Yeah. Is he? Hopefully he's still around. Like, I imagine his mother fired him for not telling him everything. So, but he's probably still around in her employ in some capacity. I imagine. Hopefully in the future. Cross fingers. We'll see how this goes.
We'll see how this goes. Yeah. So your keywords are reluctant, physical, stoic, and green magic.
I'm sorry, mine were suave, manipulation, light magic, and what was the other thing?
Wealth.
Well, thank you.
And what was my name?
Sturm Telson.
All right.
I could probably just copy and paste this. It would help if I actually wrote this part down. Reluctant, physical, stoic. There you go. Okay, so we'll start with the gala. The sound of a string quartet is magically enhanced to fill the entire ballroom. Most of the attendees are at least twice the age of both Timolt and Pandora. Magic carpets are rolled on the balcony, an easy getaway for ne'er-do-wells. 100 false faces of insincere niceties fall upon you in infrequent intervals through the course of the night, but Timolt and Pandora, you are good friends from childhood. So at this point, the gala is almost a game to you.
Any rolls?
Any rolls?
I accidentally pressed a button and it rolled a 10. Awesome.
You need that 10 for good rolls.
Mm.
Well, obviously, since he's not rolling anything, they needed to use all the die luck now before he actually needs it.
Hello, Pandora. How have you been?
Fine as ever. You?
Oh, trying to run the business.
Indeed. These are such a drag. Got any plans?
Well, Mother has been looking to marry me off again, so I will be...
Oh, the last one didn't running off screaming. Didn't dissuade her?
Well, that's what's making her want to marry me off, is she needs to find somebody else since the last one ran off, as you so kindly reminded me. How are you doing? Still chronically single?
I've had my personal affairs dealt with on occasion. I've had here or there, a few flings here or there. My mother hates it. I'm sure Mother would love to marry me off. I'm surprised she hasn't tried yet, honestly.
What is?
No, your family
Or
has.
out of character horrifying thought. What if she's gonna announce an attempt to betroth us at the Scala?
I wasn't planning that. If you want that to happen, that can happen.
That would be the absolute horrifying. Like, as long as it doesn't end with us actually betrothed in the end, or I think that, like, or at least it somehow gets broken off during the course of the game, I'm fine with that. I think it's a really funny plot. That could be a really funny plot, either for prologue or even in future.
So,
Especially if neither character wants it at all.
I was going to say, depending on how you want me to play it, we could either do it as this guy's actually enthused about the idea because, playful banter aside, we're both kind of not into this whole rich people thing. So he could be kind of come up as a potential spurned person later on. Or if he really doesn't want it, it could come up as a, hey, I almost married you. I'm really glad that didn't happen later on.
It could be really funny to be like, neither of us want this marriage, but we very much are going to play it up to the public
Okay,
later as like a spurred lover. We're both very much in private, like, oh, thank God we didn't actually go through with that. But like when other people, we're all dramatic about our failed betrothal to each other.
Keep coming up with
We use it for
increasingly
sympathy.
keep coming up with increasingly unlikely stories of what the other one did to ruin the relationship.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Something that is, especially if they can be easily disproven, because that would be really, like, that's the funniest. Is seeing people try to disprove it without, offending our families.
Okay.
yeah,
Would be really, really fun.
before I jump into we're going full sail on that. Before I jump into that, I am curious what Sturm is doing during this whole the whole conversation that happened before we shifted gears.
It's just kind of keeping an eye of the old general area. But at the talk of marriage, Sturm did notice out of the corner of his eye one of the wings twitch a little bit and stifled a smirk.
All right, so Glissa, Pandora's mother, and Justara, who is Timolt's mother, blink their glasses. Yes, we'd like to make an announcement. Now that we have everybody here, we would like this partnership to be much, much more than it initially seems. In fact, we are announcing the betrothal of our children, Pandora and Justara's own Timolt. So if everybody could give us a round of applause for this most exciting step in their journey together. And it does. The applause rings out.
Timot was
Pandora.
like halfway into a glass of champagne as she said this, so he's literally just like spitting out his like literal spit take as this happens.
Pandora is like, she was waving, like doing a hand gesture, and she's just completely frozen. Like she manages to keep her face completely blank, but her body language is what the fuck. Horrified, what the fuck.
Sturm gives the lightest, most airy, slowest, quietest clap and keeps a general look, gazing around the area, but still kind of keeping Pandora in relative vision.
I'm whacking him with my wing very lightly. Enough that there's plausible deniability that that's what I did. It's like, don't clap. Don't clap that.
Don't do it.
Timolt's going to regain his composure relatively quickly. I feel like this would be the kind of thing Timolt's mom would do. So even though he was taken off guard, he recovers relatively quickly. And he's just going to kind of walk up next to Pandora, very gently put an arm around her shoulders and kind of wave to the crowd. And he's got this rictus grin, but he's going to whisper, just go with it. It'll be fine. We'll figure out a way out of this.
She's going to like grab his hand or grab his arm in the most like, how people grab their hand of the arm of their date kind of way. Not in, but she kind of has a little tighter of a grip, and she's like smiling and like accepting, like nodding and acceptance with a very, very tight grin as she hisses back. I wish someone had told us beforehand so we could figure out how to get out of this fencer.
If they had told us, we wouldn't have showed up.
That's true. That woman knows. Unfortunately, that woman
Unfortunately.
that woman in the sentence applies to both of their mothers.
It's true. That is very true. This is very on brand for both Glissa and Justara.
That does put a damper on my plans to mess with the guests. There's way too much attention.
The spotlight as a whole comes off of the two, although individual attention is placed as a lot of congratulations comes your way to both of you.
We, I had hoped we'd get a chance to remain on the sidelines. This is way too much attention if we want to get anything entertaining out of this.
Now, would Timmelt know Sturm at all?
I think he'd be familiar.
Everyone, in celebration of this event, Sturm here is going to sing us a song. Aren't you, Sturm?
Let's go on, Sturm.
You know, this will not deter the attention away from you, but rather just make me look worse.
All right.
I'm afraid I cannot be your entertainment.
I was half expecting I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Now, there is an idea that comes to Timmelt. It could be a great deal of fun and a fantastic way to stick it to these parents. A shipment of some importance to the Vol Rock Corporation. You're not sure what it is. You just know it's important. You know your parents care about it. And they would certainly be upset to lose it.
Okay, what
So
does one
how
do
are we
with
going to get rid of it?
You know, Timmelt, you know where it's going to be, when it's going to be there for. It's on the road right now, in fact, and you know the path it's going to follow. You did see the magic carpets rolled up nicely on the balcony.
So,
An opportunity.
so I'm going to continue with trying to get just anybody to do singing or magic tricks or just anything that'll get the crowd's attention so we can quietly disappear.
Yeah. Sounds like some suave manipulation, I would say.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So 2d10 plus 10.
Yeah.
I need someone to answer my question.
What's that?
What's Pandora's last name?
Hivenex.
Hivenex.
Hivenex?
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
Oh, good. Actual good roll.
Yeah, good enough rolls, I would say. So Timmelt convinces his good friend Graincaster, who, by the way, this was originally going to be Tobias's character if he was able to make it today, but convinces his good friend Graincaster to do a song and a dance with the string quartet and get everybody in the excitement for the moment. And in doing so, brings all of the attention off of the two newly betrothed and towards the string quartet.
As a parting maneuver, Timmelt is going to use his light magic to create a bunch of like strobing light effects around the performance, just to make it that much more captivating.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Flashes of light everywhere. Everyone is focused in, having a good time. Drinks in the air. Some even crashing down because one person slips. But in the meantime, Pandora and Simult have an opportunity to escape, except for Sturm's Eye, because
Yeah,
he's a
so
little too
Sturm's-
attentive.
Yeah, we're kidnapping Sturm.
Sturm's gonna place, a gentle hand on Pandora's shoulder and be, Miss Hivenix, your mother would be rather upset if she saw the host of her party leave.
Sir, my father would be rather upset if he saw you putting your hands on my fiance.
Damn.
My mother can deal. After all, she won't see me leave. After all, look at that. She waves at the commotion.
I suppose I must keep an eye on you.
And we're
Completely steamrolling through what the guy said.
What Timult said.
Timol, yeah.
Yeah. So, we have an opportunity. We're taking to the skies. There's a certain sense of freedom in the air. The red sky tear glows with the stars of dozen night skies. Tiny clouds fill your path. But there's
I really
freedom.
should use magic carpet tree. I should use these more often.
So, Pandora, what do you imagine I need to do to make me unacceptable as marriage material for your family? Because I gather you're not any more enthusiastic about this. Don't get me wrong, you're amazing. But the two of us as a couple, no.
Oh, absolutely not. Like,
Glad we're on
well,
the same page. So what would make me unmarriageable material to your family?
well, this is my first attempt at betrothing me to people, so I haven't seen their limits yet. We should let's see how far we can push them.
Hmm.
I imagine that they won't want any scandals. Of course, your family wouldn't want any from me either.
No, but, and I mean with the greatest possible respect, you are somewhat known as a black sheep of your family, so there's not a lot you're going to do that my family won't have already expected.
Yes, unfortunate. So it's going to be on your side. But my family hasn't really figured out most of my issues, so to speak. They're not really issues in my mind, but you know how they are.
Hmm.
They see my mother still holds me on pretty highly, as it's like at least on a business perspective. She's, you know how they are familially about everyone, even each other.
Odd question, I know, but is there anyone in your family, maybe a cousin or something, who has expressed a liking of a romantic variety for me?
I feel
It's
like if the
what if I fake
I
cheated
feel like
on you?
if they Oh, that would be. Oh, I do have this one cousin whom I absolutely despise. She has never, or actually no, it would be funnier if it's a he. Or actually no, yeah, she hasn't really shown romantic desire specific for you specifically, but she's really, really wants any sort of relationship. I think she would go for fake cheating, and not in. Well, she won't think it's fake, but I think she would absolutely have an affair with one of her cousins. And honestly, it's just a matter of time before that sort of thing gets out. And
Mav,
if
would I
she,
Mav, would I have enough knowledge of this family to know this cousin?
I don't see why not. I imagine these families are very close, especially as they're merging empires.
Okay.
and we've been childhood friends,
Yeah.
This cousin has basically been on the verge of being ostracized and basically kicked out of the family for a lot, causing scandals all left and right.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So, for targets, my poor cousin is gonna get. I don't like the cousin anyway. As a player, I feel bad that I'm ruining this person's life, but Pandora does not
How
give a
dare
shit.
you.
She just hates her.
How dare you ruin Pandora's cousin's life?
I feel like Timolt probably he wouldn't necessarily have been interested in this person before, but he is kind of digging on the challenge and the just the chaos of it. He's like Timolt. I'm picturing his personality as very much the my dad's a lawyer type personality. So he just does offensive stuff for the sake of doing it. So this is like this is his vibe.
This is like catnip to him.
Yeah.
All right.
We just have to orchestrate things so they're alone. Just enough after we deal with whatever we're stealing.
Oh, I would never steal. I just have been known to find things before they were lost.
What is Sturm doing through this conversation?
It's a mere squabble of children.
He's too serious for this. He's stoic.
Yep.
All right. So
Man's been kidnapped into this.
he's been kidnapped
Chaos.
into this absolute chaos. It doesn't take long to find the shipment. Timolt knows exactly where it's going to be, know exactly where it's going to be delivered, what roads it's going to be following. And sure enough, there is a large truck. What is the approach?
I'm thinking just, well, thank you for bringing that. My parents asked me to take it from here, so you all have a great night.
All right. So when it reaches its final destination, or here at the red lights, or
Probably not at the red light. That would look suspicious, even for his weirdness. But when it's at a more logical stopping place.
okay. So
Probably before they get there, but at the most logical stopping place before, I imagine.
we'll say that there is a checkpoint. A checkpoint at its delivery location. One where there is a magically armed guard. You get to the checkpoint, the car's there. They're going through, they're inspecting, because that's their job. But this gives you an opportunity for the three of you, to walk up to this truck.
So yeah, that's where I'm going with it. It's just like I said, I'm just playing it as I'm the son of the owner. I'm active in the company, and I'm taking the shipment over from here.
Mr. Volrock, what brings you to the office this late at night?
There's been a change of plans with the shipment. It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, but I and my friends here will take things from here.
Huh.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Let him talk.
roll that wealth and manipulation.
Okay, so 2d10 plus 10.
plus 10, yeah.
28.
28, easily convinced. I suppose it's as good a place as any for the head of the company. Sure, let's get this. Where would you like it?
I'm just going to give whatever directions basically I'm just going to have him hand me the keys and I'll deal with the rest. And I'm going to tip him with a trinket.
Right.
Kind of the same way you would tip a valet or something.
Oh, appreciate your graciousness, my lord. The keys are all yours. Would you like the gate up so you could get inside?
Yes, please. And I know this is kind of an odd question, but would there be a 6-pack of soda or beer or just anything like that, or some empty cans would be fine? Maybe a recycling bin.
I don't know there would be. What do you think, fellas? Any beer? I got the 6-pack for later. And it's not
So
open yet.
I'll pay him like a couple of times the value of the 6-pack.
That'll do it. Yeah, this is all yours. Have a good time, Mr. Volrock.
And I'm going to take the cans, empty them behind the truck, tie them to the back, and just like with a pen or something, write just engaged on the back of it before we take off.
Fantastic. So, from the sounds of this, you're going to be driving the car through town.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I'm assuming about this time, Glissa is going to be looking and trying to get a hold of, me, because Pandora didn't answer her rune. So Sturm's going to take the rune that's going off out of his pocket and drop it and step on it.
Crunch. Oops, seems it's broken.
It appears to have had a mishap.
And extra bit of chaos magic on there to make sure that it's definitely broken before taking off the car.
I do hope you're ready for the consequences, Miss Hivenix.
I know what I'm doing. This isn't my first rodeo.
So then, it's a joyride, as we're ending that story there, unless I originally had a different idea to what was going to happen with this truck, and if you like it, it becomes canon. If you don't like it, it doesn't. The contents of this truck are explosive. They're combustible.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go that route?
I want to explode the truck.
Yeah, so, they're on the joyride. Do the characters find out about the explosives?
I feel like he probably would know.
The thing is, he doesn't know. He doesn't know about the contents of the truck.
So I'm thinking maybe while I'm driving away, I might have, because my character would see Sturm as just kind of a functionary, but servant isn't quite the right word, but something like that. He's like, by the way, why don't you go in the back and see what we're hauling?
We need.
You are quite ambitious, Mr. Warlock. Let's see what we have.
A physical and reluctant roll, right? So 2d10 plus 10 for pad. You got this, man. You got this. Come on. Plus the 10. Yeah, you got it. So, Sturm's might busts open the back, and sure enough, there are some explosives. Oh, there. I thought the last one was your roll, but no, 24 is still good enough. So, Sturm busts it open. Sure enough, there are some dangerous combustible materials inside the back of this truck. And from the sounds of it, we're thinking like fireworks almost. Turning the truck into a firework.
I just want it to blow up.
I
Once we're informed.
I want to drive it back to the party and set it off there.
Oh,
Like
shit.
it was
that would
planned celebratory thing.
Okay. So it seems like it's fireworks to the people inside, but it's actually just an explosive truck. And that's what happens.
Yeah. We're found, quote unquote, in the garden, having a quote unquote romantic time alone, quote unquote. We're just sitting there on a bench watching the chaos.
And Sturm
Of the
has
turning
to
truck.
reluctantly be nearby. Everybody's rushing out, wanting to see what's going on. It's a bit of chaos.
So Sturm is gonna use a little bit of magic here to kind of create a little bit of cover to make it appear more obscene in the garden.
Okay. Sure.
And so that he doesn't have to look.
Sure. He's using his green magic. Okay. Fair enough. And
I think
this,
at the end of this, there's going to be a moment where Tumult makes eye contact with Pandora, and it's like, we make a good team. I wonder if nope, never mind. Forget I said anything.
will they,
I don't
won't
think
they?
our families would actually want us to get married if they knew exactly what kind of chaos we like to do together.
Better as friends and partners in crime in a literal sense, not the figurative one.
Indeed. Don't want to
In-
act. That would be no. I don't want that.
Indeed. And the curtains fall on our play, on our movie. Next up, the history of chaos. Go ahead.
It would be funny if we're still technically engaged by the point of where we are in canon, and we're still trying to break up the engagement. Actually,
I'm with it.
Nothing's working.
Nothing's working.
We're trying so desperately, and nothing's working.
All right. Now, for this next story, I could tell you, Benny, my quick pitch to see if you like that. Basically, the event that made Horatio effectively become Cap, which is the Primarch of the Brotherhood of Bedlam, and his attempt at the 9-dimensional iteration of what is known as a funhouse. But if you would rather, you want to do the burning house, you get a concept there, we can run with that.
No, I kind of like the situation where what you're describing. I'm curious to see what you come up with, and I'm picturing some kind of eulogy. So, like, fortunately, his remains were scattered over the places he loves. Tragically, he was not cremated. It was just the result of his experiment.
That's fantastic. All right. So, for this story, Pad, you are Dewin Springward, a young portal mage in the Brotherhood of Bedlam. While quite skilled and strangely good at economics, your main priority is finding the best snacks. Your keywords are snacks, youth, portals, and economics. Noelle, in this story, you are Mildred Galadrak, a shapeshifter of unknown age that is constantly changing form and thriving in them. While your time amongst the living has taught you wisdom and history, it has also inspired your love of cooking. Your keywords are shapeshifting, history, culinary, and wisdom.
Could you send that to me in Discord? Please.
that went fast. Doing spring something?
Springward. Doing Springward.
Word. Alright. Economics, finding best snacks, youth. I missed the fourth.
Portals.
Portals?
Yep.
Okay.
I can't see my computer very well, so
The ones you got to look out for, Noelle, is shapeshifting, history, culinary, and wisdom.
thank you.
Actually, if you guys don't mind, I would like to take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Welcome back, everybody. This is No Mage's Land. I'm Mav Hatter, your host. Just a quick reiteration of what we're going with. Pat is playing Dewin Springward, young portal mage in the Brotherhood of Bedlam. And Noelle is playing Mildred Galadrak, a shapeshifter of unknown age that is constantly changing form and thriving in them. Now, the event of the century is happening. The Primarch of the Brotherhood of Bedlam is attempting a spell to create a 9-dimensional iteration of what is known as a funhouse. The Big Top is wild with energy of pure chaos. Hundreds of Bedlam mages cannot be contained. Horatio, as he is not capped just yet, finds himself and his 2 compatriots among the energy.
Mildred has like this giant cauldron, like it's massive, like big enough, like basically a hot tub size cauldron of food. Just random things get thrown into it. No one knows how it ends up tasting good, but she, like, just the most random shit is thrown in there constantly, and she is mixing it up. Like, yeah, this is gonna be good.
This is gonna be so good. Of
For
course, that,
sport, Dewin's gonna pull out a bag of Runix, which is like a cheddar cracker. Pull out a couple of them, crush it up, and throw it in.
delicious.
That's getting mixed in, so
Cap is going to be throwing grapes into the stew, but he's not just like he'll throw a grape and then the game basically is he throws it and then he tries to use time magic to turn it into a raisin before it lands.
I like that. That's awesome. Grape. That one didn't make it. That one's not a raisin. Oh, that one was though.
that one got in with being really like not raisin, but now it's just really like gross soft.
Oh, that one wasn't in the sun in its future. It actually was buried, so it's decomposing.
Yep.
I think Dewin would occasionally throw a quick portal to see if Horatio would be able to catch it if it gets thrown back at him.
Nice.
Now, the big top itself is a supernaturally sized circus tent that takes up several blocks. There's plenty of room for you to get out and explore the area. The ritual is beginning as the previous Primarch, or I should say the current Primarch, is up on his stage casting his spells, flinging bits of chaotic energy in all directions, weaving almost like a spider, creating a web. Now this ritual feeds on chaos. And as every true Chaos Mage knows, you must find your own chaos. Because chaos is freedom, of course. So it's up to you three to create the chaos, or create your part of the chaos for this ritual to find its success.
Part of that is the whatever chaos that is the what's in the fucking pot. That I already established that that's chaos already.
The chaos pot.
Yeah. Somehow tasting delicious. She's gonna throw in just some bugs with the dirt still attached. Like she basically scooped up a handful of bugs off the ground and threw it in. Gonna keep stirring.
So, what is the concept of the portals that I use? Is there another dimension it goes through? Is it like aperture science? What are we talking? What are my limitations?
Wouldn't you like to know? No, it is uncertain. And I mean that literally. Like, you don't know and you can't know. Even if you've been through it before, it's not the same every time because you are a Chaos Mage.
I'm gonna run that bug through 7 portals, but still let it land in the pot.
It's
Purely
no
excited
longer
to see what comes out.
right. So it's no longer. Let's say it was a cockroach. It's no longer a cockroach by the time it gets back. Instead, it's a wasp.
Ooh,
Oh,
tasty
I-
wasp.
I never tire of that.
Cap is
She's
gonna be
gonna throw what?
I was going to say Cap is going to be using time magic to. He's not going to use this to affect people, but like maybe a bird flies by, and so he rewinds time, so it goes backwards and then it goes forwards again. He's doing effects like that on the area around him, just to creating time chaos.
You know, I just had an idea. Let's get
Oh
some.
wait, combine them to make the bird fly with time magic, do whatever it's doing, but also end up flying through a portal and into the pot. Combine all three.
Here's what I like this plan. Is everybody on board with this plan?
Portals, just in case.
All right. So Each of you is going to roll your dice separately, and we're going to add up the total to see how much chaos we've created.
There is something I would like to happen before the ritual goes wrong. Okay, so I'm adding. Oh yeah, so I'm time magic, so I'm adding whatever my bonus there is. I forgot that I have a character sheet that I should be going off of because I've been playing other things all day.
Yeah, that makes sense. Time magic is
Okay, so there, I made my time magic roll.
nice. Oh, that's much better than what you rolled before.
That's nice too.
56. 56 points of chaos. And the energy is rising. The chaotic elements. The future, not predictable here. As a butterfly effect of each of these possibilities is undergoing its transformation. I think your exact location has as much chaos as it can hold. I think you need a new location, a new place to embolden the threads of chaos.
Because that's most economic.
Because that's the most economic. We're counting dollars here. Dollars of randomness.
Portal Mage, why don't you open a doorway to somewhere else where we can do our thing?
Bring the pot.
Oh, this had to be fun.
Yeah, so if roll your portal.
With childlike excitement.
Sure, I'm with it. Youth plus portal.
24.
24. A portal large enough for the cauldron, for Mildred, for Horatio, who is not yet Cap, for Dewin. Opens wide. You know, this is the first time that your portals have gone back in time. Or is it forward?
Hard to say.
History.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, I think only history, and I think wisdom would count. 14.
This is back in time, but the big top is the same. Except for the fact that it is degraded, as though time had passed.
I remember when it looked like this. Memories. Did I ever tell you about? I don't actually know how far back we are. How far back are we? The player. Mildred does, presumably.
Say 20 years.
But did I tell you about? Oh dear, I need a name. Damn it, David. Well, he was he was a great what's the leader name again?
The Primarch?
Primarch. Oh, he was a great Primarch. No, he caused it to degrade like this, you know? That's canon now, I guess.
That's canon now. David the Primarch caused the decaying of the tent of 20 years ago.
Yep.
Ewan heard none of that. She started talking about history and just put another bag of runics.
He's chowing down on some snacks. Now, as an expert of chaos theory, it would make sense for Horatio to know that the maximum amount of chaos happens the furthest back in time, i.e., the butterfly effect is most magnified the longer in time from its inciting incident.
Ooh, I think I know exactly what I want to happen. I want Cap to craft essentially a ball of chaos. I don't really know a better way to put it, but just like an orb of an orb of pure chaos that fits into his hand, and I want him to launch it at the stage, with the idea being that it can just almost, it's like it's planting a seed, so that when the Primarch does his ritual in 20 years, everything's been growing and flowering for that amount of time. Like, that's his ultimate contribution to this.
That's exactly. Well, I should have you roll for it. I'll be honest, just to see how much chaos.
I'm going to pour some stew
I'll be honest. This is a
on
symbolic
the
roll.
stage.
Yes, stew on the stage. I'm with it. This is a symbolic roll. We're gonna see how magnificent the effect is.
So that was a, darn it, I forgot to roll on my character sheet again. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and that was a pretty good roll too. Let's see what we
Right.
get.
It's good quality. You know, it's
Yep. So it was 2 successes.
those 2 successes. That score of a 15. It is going to be amplified over time. Because again, this is 20 years of chaos you're planting the seed for.
Yeah.
Now, for Mildred, you said you were going to do something with a stew.
I'm pouring stew on the stage. I'm like drawing a pattern. It doesn't matter what the pattern is. She doesn't have it planned ahead of time. She's just going with what, like, the movement wants to do, like following, like, vibes
I'm with
to make whatever shape it ends up being out of stew on the stage.
So, at the very least, culinary. Are we thinking wisdom?
Yeah.
The wisdom to let things be as they are? Sure. We're going to add to that chaos. You add your number to the 15. Jesus. 26. All right, and Duin. How is Duin multiplying this chaos? Or adding to the chaos, if he is at all. Not saying he has to.
Reishi, what are you doing?
We're setting this up so that when the Primarch does his ritual in 20 years, it'll have been building power for 20 years.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, but how are you going to keep the power from... Actually, you know what? I got an idea. So what Duin's going to do is create 6 portals around this. Imagine like a D6 kind of thing, where any of the energy that would normally kind of dissipate gets recirculated back into it.
Like permanent portals, you're thinking?
Yeah, something like a barrier. But anything that goes through one recirculates back in through another. So the inside's the portal, but the outside's more of like a barrier, like a single-sided doorway kind of thing.
Yeah. Roll your 2d10 plus the 5 for portals.
This should help.
That is a solid 60 for the total. And Duin knows how to reverse the portal. He made the portal one way. He can flip it around so that you are returned to effectively the moment that you left. And I'm gonna take it that is a good idea. The plan that's Duin is going to roll with.
I never said I closed the portal.
Sure, yeah, that
Kind of
works.
like walked out and
Plant the seeds and walk back.
yeah.
As the three walk back through this portal, there you can't see really anything but fire and smoke. The chaos that was planted 20 years in the past was far too great for the 9-dimensional funhouse. There are screams and clamoring, terrified running. But these are chaos mages, so a bit of it is laughing. Some maniacal laughter here and there. The ones who are true bedlam.
Interesting.
Did,
Fascinating.
did we just kill the Primarch?
I think we may have. I probably shouldn't have tampered to a one-sided barrier. It happened.
Yeah, these things happen all the time. This is how most Primarchs go, in fact.
Has this happened yet, Mav? Has like the explosion happened and the Primarch died?
Your character doesn't know it necessarily, but yes, at this point, the chaos energies have fully engulfed the funhouse.
I'm going to put can some of like his like dissolved parts end up in the stew?
Sure.
Mix that in.
Sure. Hey, real quick check with you here, Benny. Is this good? Are you good with the story so far?
Yeah, this is actually what I had in mind. I wanted Cap to not necessarily know I fucked up and I caused this, but know that it was a possibility.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
What I'd like to happen.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so yeah, as the spray lands, like some of it gets on Cap, and he's just like, "Oh god, it's in my mouth." And when he wipes it away, and like kind of like that thing where you flip your hands to just flip stuff off of it, is when he's going to notice that the tattoo has formed on his left hand, and he's just like, "Oh shit."
Oh shit.
I would say Dewin starts to panic. Like the feeling would be similar to like the first time you get caught stealing. Like the sudden horror starts to overtake. So now Dewin is trying to recreate the portal to get back to that time, and he can't figure it out. And each time it's getting weaker, and like the stress starts overtaking to an extent where he can't create a portal at all anymore. And he just starts violently crying.
Mildred is going to hand him some stew. Both her hands are still on the ladle, so where this third hand is giving him like stew from, who knows? Don't question it.
The shapeshifter.
Yep. Also, he's on the other, like, several feet away, so, like, it's really long, basically tentacle-like, or, like, tail-like, but with a human hand attached.
Interesting.
Mildred, we messed up, and he kind of slaps the tentacle away. How are we supposed to fix this?
Oh, we move forward. That's how. We live and we learn, or sometimes we don't live.
He would have wanted this.
Yes, this is exactly what, like, a perfect result. Yes, it's not perfect for... Like,
I'm sorry, we can't get back. I can't get us back.
That is fine. It is how things go. You live and you learn.
I would really like to be anywhere but here right now. Let's get going, please.
Yep, she is gonna leave the pot because actually she could take the pot. Sure, why not? Or she can leave it, whichever one you would prefer.
Mildred's got the pot. Dewin is following suit. I'm assuming still crying. There's fire blazing everywhere. Horatio,
You're straight but quiet.
who could acquire a cap in the commotion.
Yeah, I'm thinking two things happen. One is that he gets a scrap of fabric somewhere, just like maybe somebody's died, and he just rips a scrap of fabric off their clothing and wraps it around his hand like a band-aid to cover the tattoo.
Mhm.
And then also someone will have dropped an oversized Newsies hat, which he will pick up and put on.
1, 2.
I would like.
All right.
I'd like to roll history and wisdom for Mildred to know that he is the new Primarch based on her own. She's been in this basically since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
She knows that he is far from the first trying to hide. She would know, right?
I will say that's kind of up to Benny. I'm not gonna have her roll for it.
I was directing it at Benny, not you. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, do you think
She's not gonna say shit. She's not gonna say anything. She's gonna let it be. But would it be okay if she knew?
Yeah, go ahead, do you think?
I can't see shit. 20.
20. I mean, I think that's good enough for me. Mildred knows. She knows. She knows.
Like maybe, like at most she's gonna give a little secretive smirk. Like, it's these cute new Primarchs are always so cute. Trying to run. He'll learn. They chose him for a reason. But he must learn in his own time. These are like the thoughts in her mind. She's not gonna say anything.
She knows. Mildred is aware of the cycle of the Primarch. And I think, with the exception of the eulogy, that Benny, you had this prepared for us. I could say it or you could say it.
And I guess that would probably wrap up the scene. Friends, ladies, gentlemen, otherwise and in between, we are gathered here today to say goodbye to our beloved Primarch. His passing is a tragedy, but he went the way he would have wanted to go in the study of magic. And I am proud to say that his remains were scattered over his most beloved place, our big top tent. It is unfortunate that he was not cremated before said remains were spread, but it's fine. And like the person giving the eulogy at that point is going to realize like he's still got some of this guy on his arm and be brushing it off and be like, now we must look forward to following our new Primarch. Who the fuck's the Primarch? Where's the tattoo?
Who's got the tattoo?
Yeah.
All right. And that wraps up these 3 short stories, this prologue. You guys are going to get 200 experience points each and 1 AP. I'm also going to give it to Tobias, even though he couldn't make it.
I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Yeah. So what's everybody's favorites and most challenging part of today's session?
I'll start. My favorite was, I guess this is kind of a theme for me because it's 2 things that are related to each other. It was really interesting getting to see the other players play other characters because while obviously I know that you all aren't your characters, you do start to think of people in a relatively 2-dimensional way, and sort of seeing you RP as something else was a really fun and interesting experience, and you both did it really well. The most challenging part was that because I didn't have any notice of who the characters I would be playing were, I kind of, other than Cap, I didn't really have anything prepared, so it was kind of like making up a whole personality on the fly with only a couple of prompts. It was fun and it was interesting, but it was definitely a challenge.
Hey, you nailed it, man. that was some good role playing there. Especially like my favorite for you. It was definitely Tumult. I think you handled that exceptionally.
Thank you.
I have to agree with that.
Pat, how about you? What's your favorite and most challenging part of today's session?
I have to agree with Benny. The on the fly thing is a challenge, but it wasn't. Uh, it wasn't bad. It made me think outside of my usual box. Um, I don't know if I have a favorite part. A lot of it was just it was good. It was fun. It was yeah, the on the fly part was the hardest challenge to it, but it really drives home like the main characters having that support system.
Mhm.
So I I don't know if I have like an exact favorite because it was fun to kind of mix it all together.
Hell yeah.
So I guess my favorite part would be the fact that we actually had like 3 separate scenes in 3 totally different categories, and we rocked it.
I can agree with that.
We did.
100%. Noel, your turn. Favorite, most challenging.
I didn't actually find the switching between characters with no prompt that difficult. I actually found that quite fun and easy, actually. But that's not my favorite part or anything. Most challenging part was going from basically a high stakes infiltration test mission. Like I feel like that was probably like a final exam type situation. Going from that high stakes situation to a gala where there was basically nothing happening at first. That was very jarring. Uh,
I can see it.
but I just liked playing everything from. I can't really decide on a favorite part. I liked every part that I like I liked all 3 of my characters. I made one of them, obviously. Yeah, I liked Pandora. I The whole like engagement subplot coming up was really funny to me. I probably that. I think I'll think officially that.
I rock with it. And like I mentioned this, I don't remember if it was on break or before break, but each of these sub characters definitely has an opportunity to show up again through the story, which I think is going to expand your characters a lot more. I did have one of these prepared for Tobias, just in case he made it.
I haven't heard from him.
Which neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So it sounded like this was an enjoyable experience, and I'm glad for that. I am debating. I kind of made up this rule set on the fly, and I was kind of debating making it a more permanent inclusion in Modular Unlimited, as in writing a whole module about just here's how you make a supporting character. Debating if I want to follow through with that or not.
That sounds like a fun idea.
That is an idea that I've not really seen. Like something like it, I'm sure exists somewhere. There are so many TTRPGs out there. Someone has to have it, but it's not something I've seen, and it does sound really interesting.
LinkedIn.
And
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, it's just, it sounds really interesting, and I do like the idea of being able to, for any system you're playing, really, it is kind of cool to have the idea of just having a kind of standard way to say, like, okay, I don't want to voice every NPC talking to each other, so, hand it off to a couple of players.
Yeah, absolutely.
The 4-word personality graph thing was phenomenal. It gave us a reference to work with, and I think that's what made them so diverse.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. The keyword system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that about closes up our session for today, unless anybody has anything else to add. All right, thanks guys for playing. Thanks to you to everybody who's watching at home, whether it's on Twitch or on YouTube. You guys are going to make the dream work. Be sure to join us on our Discord channel, our Discord server, so you can see all of the implementations that we're creating here. That's both the Modular Unlimited Discord server and the Redgate Discord server. We do a lot on there. But until next week, I'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.